What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? Tis I, James, RedoptionAgency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And we are Wednesday morning. Wednesday. All right. Well, offers. I don't think they're ever going to get these offers fixed properly. Because as you know, yesterday I told you about how some items are not ending once they're paid for. The new offer way. You accept the offer stays live until it's paid for, then it ends, and then they weren't ending on some of them. And then for months, offers have been an issue where they're just, people can't send them. Apparently, overnight, let's see, I've gotten 2 offers in the last 11 hours. So yeah, so offers are still totally jacked up. I say they are jacked up. Let's see, I got sales 11 o'clock hour, 12 o'clock hour, 1 o'clock hour, 2 o'clock, no 2 o'clock hour. That's a return closed, because I never returned it. 1 in the 3 o'clock hour, nothing in the 4 o'clock, 1 in the 5 o'clock, 1 in the 6 o'clock, none in the 7, none in the 8, and then I took offers at 9 when I got up. So a little spotty overnight. But yesterday ended up with $857 total through from both stores. 67 or something from the small store, the new one. And I might go ahead and just list this stuff today, since today seems like has been like, I'm only at $51, and then something just came through, so it might jump up here in a second. $58.44. I think this is the slowest start. We're at $9.40 right now. The slowest start since I've changed over to free shipping on the media. So my guess is there was some major updating going on overnight. Let's see. Total of 67 items sold yesterday. 30 organic, 37 promoted. All right, which is good. 879,000 impressions. And I know some of you believe that if you have more than one store, that your impressions and stuff are split up between 2 stores. I've seen no sign of that whatsoever. Actually, since I've done the free shipping, my impressions have gone up in the old store, and then I still have them going up in the new store every time I add more. So from what I've seen, there's no correlation for the last month and a half. There's no correlation between 2 stores and their shared impressions or views or anything like that. Like I said, if anything, mine's gone up. So I think you can rest your head on that theory, because I was getting about 700,000, 730, 672, 737, 684, 703, and then yesterday was 879. Yeah, so today only 6 items sold thus far, 3 organic, 3 promoted. And I don't, I think what I'm doing with the free shipping, it's actually, it's led me to compete on the low end. So people who look for items and put lowest first, which I don't know, it's probably a good portion of people. I know that's how I shop. I always go lowest first and then start there. Especially the time we're in this country, and beyond that even though, but I think now more than ever, people are shopping that way. So, and then none of those items are promoted. So if you're like an everything seller, maybe find something in your store that you can not necessarily sacrifice, but compete with the lower end of the buyers out or the sellers out there. Like on those $7 items, I'm only making $1.67 profit on them, but obviously I've got tons of that stuff, so I can do that all day long, every day. So I think it's just giving me a good mix of the organic added on with the promoted, so able to do 67 items. So I'm getting back up there toward that 100 item mark, getting back up toward that $1,000 day. So headed in the right direction. And that was, I haven't listed anything since last Friday. So we've gone 4 days without listing anything. Still had a 873, was with both stores $857 day. So this store was $873 by itself. So yeah, if you're not competing competing with others, find something that you can compete with, at least help with better traffic. Because it appears to have, getting more impressions. See, the page views have jumped up from before, I don't remember when I started doing that. So about 30 days ago, I was at 2,100 impressions, 2,000 page views, 1,900 page views. Back here, I'm at 24, 25 almost. Except for that day. That day was 15. That was that day that everything was really screwed up on the site. Saturday was, wow, I didn't even notice that. So all my impressions around that's 22 to 2,500 impressions. That day is 1,500 impressions. So it's definitely something was off that day. I mean, page views, sorry. Getting all mixed up there. So I don't know. I didn't do my new store the week before on Monday. Oh, since I didn't do a video Monday. So let me see what that was. Last week on the new store. Let's see, that would have been, or did I do it? I feel like I did. Maybe I did. I guess I didn't. So last week on the new store was $422, up 1.9%. Net sales $217. 18 items sold, down 14%. Average sale per item $23.47, up 19%. And then my top 5, which don't really matter yet: men's shorts, women's tops, women's jeans, men's jeans, and t-shirts, of course. So we're working it there. Let's see, this month I had the 2 days without sales. It was the 3rd and the 5th. Every other day's been at least one sale. So I think there's only 7 days since I've had this store that I had days with no sales. So that's about a month and a half now. So 1 week of no sales. So that's not bad. I don't think, anyway. Curious to see what's going to happen, since now with the new store, I'm also going to put books, magazines, and craft stuff along with the clothes, shoes, and purses. So just getting some more stuff in there so I don't waste those free 10,000 listings. I can start using those to my advantage. So I picked a few items that I don't really pay much attention to on my old store. So when I'm out looking, it could give me a different eye to let's look for the new store also, and think books, magazines, craft stuff, and just throw another wrench into my reselling learning curve, money making ability. I don't know. I'm just talking. Just enjoying myself. This tag's itchy. A new shirt. If you know, you know. One of my favorite movies from the 80s. Let's see if there's any questions and comments. The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Let's see. I have had problems with the USPS lately charging me extra shipping a month or two later on items that weighed less than the pound. They've added weight to them. And this morning I wake up and eBay has opted me into EIS. I found out with a sale this morning. I have been opted in by no choice. I'm brain farting on what EIS means. Oh, the international shipping, I guess. By no choice. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Janet went to the bins a day she was off. Saturday, maybe? And she found like 200 albums for me. Most of them's classical. Most of them's looks like they've never been played. And they are white label promos. So those are going to go up. That's why I'm thinking maybe I should get those up today. At least get those listed today. I've got about 500 drafts done on my big store and about 60 to 70 on my small store. But maybe I should just go ahead and get some of that stuff up, especially starting out so low today. Shouldn't take much to find a spot for those. Temu has overtaken eBay for repeat customers. Isn't that the area our favorite CEO was supposed to be focused on? Why is eBay losing ground in an area the company has been focusing on the last couple of years? The CEO's days are numbered. From the outside looking in, I would have to agree the CEO days are numbered, but hey, it's all about the bottom line, so we shall see. As far as Temu, I've never even been on Temu. They have mostly new stuff, right? New cheap stuff type of thing. Pee-wee's in his little favorite spot. He's been a lot better. I think the medicine's actually finally working now. I'm keeping him, anytime I see him itch an area, like he's still going at the back of his legs, but he's done that ever since day one. So I've been making sure I keep that lubricated all day. But other than that, he seems to have slowed down and he's resting. He's getting back into his happy self. He's following me around again, where before he was just, laying in misery or laying because he was so dead tired from scratching so much. So he's back to follow me around the house and everything. So back in the right direction. Courtney felt good yesterday after I gave her Apoquil. So they were both out. It was good to see. I took them out front and I didn't have my phone. They were both rolling around in the grass out front again, being all happy. So I'm like, happy puppies are here again. So that was very nice to see. That's been on my mind too. That's probably another reason I've been kind of just mellow, just kind of chill. not worrying too much about anything just because I'm worrying about them and trying to take care of them the best I can. So just put me a little bit where you just kind of turn off one part of the mind so you don't get so wore down or overwhelmed, right? So with working, it was just whatever, because my days were buttering them up all day, buttering their skin up and trying to keep it medicated and lubricated and washed and shampooed and stuff like that. So now that they're better, I can start opening up the rest of my mind, opening some doors. I'll be ordering. Yeah, I put the picture up of the narcissistic card that's coming out Friday of myself because I'm so beautiful. Narcissistic. I shouldn't use that word's more. There are people out there who are, that word is associated with kind of abuse. So people who are just stuck in a mental hell, treating other people, badly because of narcissism. So I guess I shouldn't play with that word too much. I don't like taking away from words like racist and stuff like that. I only say them for actual things, so maybe I throw narcissistic into that too. Shouldn't play with that. How about ego? We'll play ego. Ooh, that one's really not too abusive. My ego intensified card is coming out Friday. Intensified. That's pretty cool. Why the thumbnail changed? Now my initial comment looks weird and out of context. I do that every once in a while. I saw like Mr. Beast do it. Like he changes between 3 different thumbnails and sees what works the best. So every once in a while I'll catch myself just changing the thumbnail or just using a screenshot just to see if it gets a different reaction. So it's kind of like playing around to see if it helps the video grow any. So I figured that baby doll eye just staring at you was kind of creepy to some people. So I like that. So that's why I change it. Sorry, James, haven't been around. I started my second company, so don't have time to watch you much anymore. But hey, if I hit it big, I'm coming back and ordering tons of music from you. Well, I appreciate that. OG Gamer Plays. What's your business, if you don't mind me asking? Is it something online? Is it something we can help support? Because I know you're a long-time commenter or stuff. Let me know what it is. If there's anything I can plug for you or show attention to, let me know. Kaylee does show the cost of goods. It's the first thing she shows you. That's cool. She works with a team, so she needs to sell more. Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was just her. I did, but like I said, I only watched a little bit of one video, so that's good. That's all right. It's cool. And she does all clothes, if I do believe, right? So I need to definitely watch more clothing people. So Hustle Couple, of course, they're especially Amy with all of her knowledge on clothing and stuff like that. I haven't seen them in quite a while. They haven't popped up in my feed in a long time. Are they still even making videos? And then I'm guessing Kaylee's good with, and then of course Marcus with his clothes. So I need to start watching more clothing videos so I can keep building on my new store. Bigger and better. Any experience on the Bonanza marketplace? I've had 0 sales there. I was on Bonanza for 12, 13 years. Sale, and with all my items, not just all my items were over there, it would pull all my items from the US site, then it would pull the same items from all the international sites. So so I had 50,000 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus, so they were in every language, all on Bonanza. So I had over 100,000 listings on Bonanza and still barely got any sales there. But sometimes the sales there were actually bigger sales. Speaking of that, I haven't had True Gather in about 2 months. True Gather sales just totally vanished. I just realized that. wonder if I'm still on the site. I wonder if the site still exists. But anyway, with Bonanza, the bad thing about Bonanza is they falter to anybody who puts a claim out that you can't sell our item, which is technically illegal to do because the First Doctrine Act and stuff like that. But I was getting everything from Case IH, the farming thing, couldn't sell that there. Washington Redskin stuff, nope, that's offensive. We can't sell that there, which I take offense to that being part Native American. Oh, there were so many others. I saw where Kevin from Commonwealth Picker, New Era is doing it there. So Bonanza buckled to New Era now, which don't really make any sense at all because New Era is a brand name of hat that many companies use. So how they can do that really is blowing my mind, period, because who are they to say you can't sell MLB stuff, NBA stuff, just because it's on their hat? That seems like really crossing the boundaries. And I'm waiting for somebody to have a lawsuit against one of these companies saying, hey, you can't do that. This is America. You can find loopholes like Levi's and Nike did with new, but used stuff, you cannot do that. So I'm waiting for somebody to bring up a lawsuit against one of those companies. But there was, I would get a company almost every day taken down off of Bonanza, and it tells you don't list them no more. And I'm like, whatever, because it pulled all the stuff automatically from eBay. So I ain't going to stop listing them on eBay. So if they pull them over, that's on them. I don't care. If they suspend me, I don't care. They're nothing anyway. But they would, when it pulled over, they would just end them. So I can't remember, the list has been so long. But when they implemented you got to use our shipping or you got to pay $2 per order extra, I just like, you know what, forget it. They're not worth it anymore. And I just let them go. So I don't even sell on Bonanza anymore. So, yeah, they're not worth the time anymore. After those couple of moves, I don't know. And the fact that they're bow to everything like that, it's not a good recipe for longevity or even growth. So who knows? Great sales the past 7 days and 2 today. This was yesterday. I've been consistently listing about 20 items every day. I usually sell at least 12 a day or 2, and so 2 was way low. A little slow here today, Marcus says yesterday on Dixon's Pickens. I upped my listings from a whole 3 a day to 7. I'm on listing for only a few minutes a day, and even I get glitches frequently. Yeah, yesterday was just so... And I'm not even uploading. I'm just drafting and comping. And I did see something on the message boards where some people are starting now to get an option when they search for things. When it says click out of AI search and go back to normal search. Because, you know, with AI search, you get everything under the sun and nothing sounds right. I mean, everything's goofed up. We know how bad search has been lately. So this might be a way for them to kind of use both, giving you the option to click back to the normal old search. And the screenshot somebody shared were, I think it was like uranium glass, vintage uranium glass something. And when they showed the AI search, which is the one I think we're all stuck with now, it showed some uranium glass, but everything else mixed in. They were like, that has nothing to do with it. But then the person clicked on back to original search and it was all uranium glass. So that could be a positive that they realize that, like I said, I hope that the people there are smarter than I, because even I can see this search is stupid, as well as many of you. So this might be a step in the right direction to go, hey, as we're working on this and it's learning, here's the old search back. You can click on that also. So I think they need to make that one back as the priority search, not the AI though. But then I guess AI still needs to learn. So I don't know. but at least that option is coming back, it looks like. I have not seen it for myself yet, but I've seen it in a couple of screenshots for other sellers. So looks like that search is coming back, which could, if it's going to be put out there for people who are actually buying, hopefully they'll be able to see it, use it, and we all benefit from it. So, all right, let's do some shipping here. I don't have too much here, and as you'll see, most of it is media. But let's do the new store first, because I got one item today on the new store. So I'm at $14 today on the new store, and it is a Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt. This came from one of the yard sales, right? I think so. Why are you not going? I'm clicking orders and it's just spinning wheel of death to get in there. So hopefully today we'll have a bounce back day, since I had such a good day yesterday. 6. Always confuses me when I only do one. And make sure I'm doing things right. Whoops. Laser jet, no. 420, yes. Okay, now back to the main store. I had no international sales at all day yesterday, which was kind of odd, especially coming from several days where I had great international sales. Just kind of turned off, which always kind of feels to me like the items had to re-index, start over basically, and the international is the last place they wind up. All right, first up, we've got this Michelob Ultra Visor, sold for $8, headed to, hey, Maryland Heights, Missouri. That's where I live. I don't recognize that street, though. I always like, that's what I need to start doing, finding a way to promote not just the store more locally, but the YouTube channel. Like, hey, support your local friendly neighbor. I use friendly very loosely. All right, tracing. Yeah, I think the dog thing was weighing a lot on my mind, because even though I kind of chilled out, I was so focused on them. So it feels good to release that now. Feels good to release that. Just keep it kind of jovial again. Faith Evans, Faithfully CD. Biggie, 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 can't you see? That needs resurfaced. So for $7, headed to New Mexico. Do not seal this, James. Stay up there, Vern. I only got one of the big ones, I think, so I didn't want to pull the sticker off of it, so I got tape holding it up there. I have to put a new piece of tape on it. And also, if you need shipping supplies, check my GiroPack affiliate link below, please. You can save some money when ordering, and you can help a brother out. April. And also, I need to cross-list onto Vendu today, and I do have a Vendu affiliate link below also. What's up there, Mr. Pee-wee? Next up, Tommy James Greatest Hits on CD. Sold for $10, headed to South Carolina. Itching that spot again. Well, he ain't actually touching his leg, it's his belly. So I guess his belly's itchy. Yeah, spray down his belly. I got his legs today, but not his belly. I get your belly when we go upstairs. For Joe. Lost profits. CD. Sold for $7, headed to Texas. That one needs resurfaced also. Do not seal. Joshua. Next up, we got the big comfy couch on cassette tape. I've got this on this video set on a different setting, so it kind of is messing up. Thought I'd try the 4K setting today, and I see that it focuses in on things. So I gotta get used to that. This sold for $10, headed to Georgia. Georgia. Your belly itchy. I get your belly. I'll get it all rubbed in good. Emily. What was that? Next up, The World Is Not Enough. VHS tape. Sold for $6.30, headed to Lakewood, California. You got the belly itches. That's better than what you've been, right? That's better than what you've been. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Looks like you're feeling a lot better. Yes, you are. That was a pretty hellish week we've been through, huh? You've been through. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Okay, 9 by 2. Nicholas. Next up, we've got Winger in the Heart of the Young. Great album. Sold for $7. Headed to Sandy, Utah. Robert Bigelow. Dude, did you see what they found on Skinwalker Ranch last night? Holy crap. We got Cardigans, First Band on the Moon CD. Sold for $6.30, headed to North Carolina. What you doing smelling that stuff? You got smells. Yeah, I think that show's going to show us, hopefully. Hopefully they'll be allowed to show us. Meaning that the government doesn't say, hey, you can't do that. You can't let them know this stuff because it would freak people out. but I think we're getting ready to learn a lot more about the human race and Earth and all this than we can even comprehend. Because, you know, man likes to think they're the center of the universe type of thing. Next up, we've got Rolling Stones, Bridges to Babylon CD. Sold for $7, headed to Las Vegas. Most of this media also came from one area. Like it was all listed about the same time period, which is always kind of a red flag also. Next up, we've got the Italia football shirt, sold for $12.60. Headed to Long Branch, New Jersey. Your belly's just crazy now all of a sudden, huh? Your belly's all crazy. Let me get that for you. I'll get it sprayed up. I'll get it sprayed up when we get upstairs. Seven. All right. Next up, we got Cyndi Lauper, True Colors. I see your true colors shining through. Sold for $7, headed to Maryland. All right. I'll give you some, whatever it's called. Your allergy medicine. Also, I forgot to give it to you last night before bed. Drew. Next up, we got the Bible on DVD. Sold for $7, headed to Phoenix, Arizona. And I don't think this is going to fit in here very well. It's got that extra. Oh, it does. A little tight on these, but it's going. Going. Kelly. Next up, we've got Predator on VHS. Sold for $7, headed to Washington. Would I have sold anything overnight if I didn't have this free shipping on media? I find that interesting. That the majority of the stuff that sold last night was the stuff I'm lowest on competitive-wise with people. Yet my higher dollar stuff, and that polo shirt was actually bought yesterday, just paid overnight. So, and then the visor I took an offer for this morning. So on like clothing or higher dollar items, nothing has sold since yesterday. It's been all my low dollar stuff. So would I have had any sales if I didn't have that going. Okay. Could have been one of those $0 10 o'clocks like used to be when something like this happened. I know I pulled that. Maybe I left it over here. All right. Are you ready for a CD lot? Yeah. Ultra Nate, $6. Expose, $8. And Dance For Me, $6. Headed to Phoenix, Arizona. Will these fit in here? Squeeze. Get in there. Get in my belly. Oink. 10. Let me find job. G-O-B. All right, and that is it. Review purchases. Confirm and pay. Oop, gotta take cash today. And I gotta take the phone just in case I find a Wednesday yard sale. Print labels. Print labels. Print labels. That's French for print labels. Boom. Buyer opened an item not received request. Doesn't surprise me anymore. Still at $58. Which don't surprise me. Okay, I gotta get creative if I want to just use this one tote. Matthew. We're gonna build the wall, the fortress wall. Kelly. Am I the only one who likes doing that? Okay, we're going to put all this into one tote. And you put things on the sides to kind of build a wall. So you can add more to it. All right. Sandy. I can't be the only one. Robert. Nicholas. Emily. The edge there. Juice. That needs resurface. Joe. That needs resurfaced. April. Tracy. All right. Press conform. 14, 21, 56. So we got 56 items going out this morning. Boo-doo-doo. All right, yay. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.